Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on. Offense.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. The special teams on the field after the declined penalty. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will get the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
QB draw. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First play of the period, 1st down here. Smith dropping to pass. They're working that left side. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. It's caught. Hard running there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Bringing the heat. Finding open areas. Running through contact. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, it's a pick. He's going right into the double coverage.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's... The catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Floats it out in space. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Looking to buy time. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover, pick up the first. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Smith wants to throw. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll throw on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, possession. He's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Harrell. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's Ross. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. The snap sets up the throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. That's caught. It's Jackson. Dragged down, but they'll move the 6 for a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive.
Going for the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On the option. Breaks the tackle. Shoots his way for more. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives his offense a first down. back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the ground game. Running into the open space. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wake.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Takes the field, ready to go back to work. Hand off to the lone back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And here comes the punt team. A low line drive and not his best work. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Floating away. Spins away from the defense. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be
turning it on. Touchdown, Demon Deacon. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm, and in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
He wants a big play here late. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Wants to adjust the pattern. Smith dropping to pass. Pocket breaking down. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. Snagged out of the air. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the end zone. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.